So I think love is more what you do than how you feel. Um, so I would say the only way we can really measure love is probably in what people do, and what I do. That doesn't mean it's always obvious or clear what love looks like in action. But I think if our desire is to ultimately serve God, to understand who God is as our Father, as our Creator, then I think that's the model that we're to have. And the model is in the life of Jesus. So we're to be forgiving, we're to be generous, we're to be slow to anger. Doesn't mean we're going to be automatons and not have any kind of emotions, but I think there are these principles which collectively referred to as the fruit of the Spirit that I think all generally hark back to this notion of love. And Paul in 1 Corinthians 13, and he basically spells that out and says this is what love looks like. It's not a feeling, it's actually what you do. It's how you treat your neighbors, it's how you treat your spouse, your children, and so forth and so on. So, but you do get the sense that it's this ongoing process. It's not a one event kind of deal that, all right, now I'm connected, I'm plugged in, I don't have to sort of think about it anymore. No, I get the sense that it is this daily, ongoing attempt and really encouragement to be connected with God on a continuous basis. When Paul says pray without ceasing, I think that's evidence that points to that we're not to be kind of like just occasional. There's a Jethro Tull song that talks about God being wound up every Sunday, and I always thought that was an interesting way of thinking about it. Is that okay? Well, I've got a certain amount of God in my life, and I wind him up on Sunday, and then by the time next Sunday it's run down, but I've got to wind it back up again. I think this is the opposite of that. It's to be this ongoing connectedness with God, that God is always there, and the question is how often do we reach out and accept the fact that He's interested in wanting to be in our lives.